The world around us is a symphony of signals, a complex orchestra of sounds and vibrations. From the gentle rustling of leaves to the roar of a jet engine, these sounds create the soundtrack of our lives. We are constantly bombarded by a cacophony of sounds, each with its own unique signature. But have you ever stopped to consider the hidden structure within these sounds? The patterns that lie beneath the noise? Or the mathematical principles that allow us to analyze and manipulate them? Enter the Fourier Transform, a powerful mathematical tool that allows us to break down complex signals into their simpler constituent frequencies. Just as a prism separates sunlight into a spectrum of colors, the Fourier Transform reveals the hidden frequencies that make up a sound, an image, or even a radio wave. This essay will serve as your guide to understanding the basics of the Fourier Transform. We will explore its inner workings, its visual representation, and its widespread applications in fields as diverse as music, image processing, medical imaging, and telecommunications. By the end of this journey, you will gain a newfound appreciation for the elegance and power of the Fourier Transform, a tool that has revolutionized our understanding of the world around us, enabling advancements in technology and science. So, let's dive in and unravel the symphony of signals together. Prepare to be amazed by the intricate dance of frequencies that shape our world. To understand the Fourier Transform, we must first delve into the fascinating world of sound and its fundamental properties. Sound, in its simplest form, is a vibration that travels through a medium, such as air or water, creating waves that we can hear. These vibrations, known as sound waves, are characterized by their frequency and amplitude, which define their unique properties. Frequency refers to the number of vibrations per second and determines the pitch of a sound, whether it is high or low. A high-frequency sound wave produces a high-pitched sound, like a whistle, which is sharp and piercing to our ears, while a low-frequency sound wave produces a low-pitched sound, like a bass drum, which is deep and resonant. Amplitude, on the other hand, refers to the intensity of the vibrations and determines the loudness of a sound, affecting how powerful it feels. A sound wave with a large amplitude will be loud, making it easily noticeable, while a sound wave with a small amplitude will be quiet, often requiring us to strain to hear it. The simplest type of sound wave is a sine wave, a smooth, repetitive oscillation that represents a pure tone, free from any distortion. A tuning fork, for example, produces a nearly pure sine wave, resulting in a clear, single-pitched sound that is easy to identify. However, most sounds we encounter in our daily lives are far more complex than a simple sine wave, consisting of multiple frequencies and amplitudes. The sounds of a bustling city, the music of an orchestra, or even the human voice are all composed of a complex mixture of different frequencies. These complex sounds, though seemingly chaotic, can be broken down into a sum of simpler sine waves, each with its own unique frequency and amplitude. This process of decomposing a complex sound wave into its simpler components is analogous to separating a mixed bag of candies into piles of individual colors. Just as each pile represents a different color of candy, each sine wave represents a different frequency component of the original sound. The Fourier Transform provides the mathematical framework for this decomposition. It allows us to analyze any complex signal, whether it be sound, light, or radio waves, and determine the individual frequencies that contribute to its overall shape. The Fourier Transform works by transforming a signal from the time domain to the frequency domain, allowing us to analyze the different frequency components within a signal. In the time domain, a signal is represented as a function of time, showing how its amplitude varies over time. This is the most intuitive way to understand a signal, as it directly correlates with how we perceive changes in sound or light. In the frequency domain, however, the same signal is represented as a function of frequency, showing the amplitude of each frequency component present in the signal. This perspective is crucial for understanding the underlying structure of complex signals. This transformation can be visualized as taking a musical score and converting it into a graphical representation of the notes played over time. Just as a musical score provides a roadmap for musicians, the frequency domain provides a roadmap for signal analysis. The score itself represents the time domain, showing the sequence and duration of each note. It tells us when each note is played and for how long, much like how the time domain shows us the amplitude of a signal at each moment. The graphical representation, on the other hand, represents the frequency domain, showing the distribution of different pitches throughout the piece. This helps us understand the harmonic content and the overall texture of the music. The mathematical underpinnings of the Fourier transform involve integrals and complex numbers, but the basic idea is surprisingly intuitive. It breaks down a complex signal into simpler, more manageable components. By multiplying the original signal by a series of sine and cosine waves of different frequencies, the Fourier transform essentially tests how well each frequency aligns with the original signal. This process reveals the signal's frequency content, making it easier to analyze and understand. Section 5. Visualizing the Fourier transform, a journey into frequency space. The results of a Fourier transform are typically visualized as a graph called a spectrum. In this graph, the horizontal axis represents frequency, and the vertical axis represents amplitude. Each peak in the spectrum corresponds to a specific frequency present in the original signal, with the height of the peak indicating the amplitude of that frequency component. For example, the spectrum of a pure sine wave would show a single peak at the frequency of the sine wave. The spectrum of a more complex sound, such as a musical chord, would show multiple peaks, each corresponding to a different note in the chord. The spectrum provides a powerful visual representation of the frequency content of a signal. It allows us to see at a glance which frequencies are dominant, which are absent, and how the distribution of frequencies contributes to the overall character of the signal. Section 6. Applications in Music Deconstructing Melodies. The Fourier transform has revolutionized the way we analyze, synthesize, and manipulate music. In music production, the Fourier transform is used in audio equalizers to adjust the balance between different frequency ranges, allowing sound engineers to boost bass frequencies, attenuate treble frequencies, or create other desired sonic effects. Moreover, digital audio formats, such as MP3, rely on the Fourier transform for compression. By analyzing the frequency content of a music file, MP3 algorithms can discard less important frequency information, resulting in a significantly smaller file size without a noticeable loss in audio quality. The Fourier transform also plays a crucial role in music information retrieval, allowing us to search for music based on its melody or rhythm. By analyzing the frequency content of a piece of music, algorithms can identify characteristic patterns and compare them to a database of known songs, enabling us to find songs even if we don't know their titles or artists. Section 7. The Fourier transform in image processing, enhancing our visual world. Beyond the realm of sound, the Fourier transform finds extensive applications in image processing. Just as sound waves can be decomposed into their constituent frequencies, images can be broken down into their spatial frequencies, representing the rate at which brightness and color change across the image. In image editing software, the Fourier transform is used to apply a wide range of filters and effects. High-pass filters, for example, enhance sharp edges and details by emphasizing high spatial frequencies, while low-pass filters blur an image by attenuating high spatial frequencies. Image compression algorithms such as JPEG also leverage the Fourier transform. By transforming an image into the frequency domain, JPEG algorithms can discard high-frequency information that is less perceptible to the human eye, resulting in a smaller file size without a significant loss in perceived image quality. Section 8. Medical Marvels. The Fourier Transform in Imaging. The Fourier transform has become an indispensable tool in medical imaging, enabling us to peer inside the human body without invasive procedures. Magnetic resonance imaging, or MRI, and computed tomography, or CT scans, two widely used medical imaging techniques, rely heavily on the Fourier transform for image reconstruction. In MRI, the Fourier transform is used to analyze the radio waves emitted by hydrogen atoms in the body after being subjected to a strong magnetic field. By applying the Fourier transform to the received signals, MRI machines can create detailed images of organs, tissues, and even blood flow. Similarly, Connecticut scans use X-rays to create cross-sectional images of the body. The Fourier transform plays a crucial role in reconstructing these images from the X-ray data, allowing doctors to diagnose a wide range of conditions, from bone fractures to tumors. Section 9. Conclusion. The enduring legacy of Fourier's transform. The Fourier transform stands as a testament to the power of mathematics to unravel the complexities of the natural world. By providing a bridge between the time domain and the frequency domain, the Fourier Transform has revolutionized our understanding of signals and their applications. From the music we listen to, the images we capture, and the medical diagnoses we receive, the Fourier Transform has become an integral part of our technological landscape. Its enduring legacy lies not only in its countless applications but also in its ability to inspire new generations of scientists, engineers, and mathematicians to explore the hidden patterns and structures that govern our universe.